Not yet.
Wait. And
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy International Women's Week, to be honest, because let's celebrate women all year and all week and every single day.
This month,
whole month,
so
yes.
let's start over.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. It was mine, okay? Hey, y'all, what's up? Happy International Women's Month. This is FAQ, this is Chick Chats, and we are here with Q and J from Q and J Got Something to Say. And we will be discussing double standards between men and women.
Yeah, so since y'all invited us to collab with y'all, how about you kick off the conversation?
All right, so I just want to ask this question. I want to know what y'all think. Who do you think is the playing field even in America between men and women? Is it equal?
I'm gonna give you the simple answer.
No.
So I would say that it's definitely not equal. But not only is it not equal, but it's like extremely disproportionate.
yes,
Extremely disproportionate.
I would agree.
Now there's a lot of movements being made to try and eliminate that
That gap.
gap, but it's off.
Why is it disproportionate?
Well, there's many reasons. I think one of the first ones that come to mind is like, we pay women significantly less than men, like for the same jobs. Like I forgot what the statistic.
I used to know. Yeah.
It's like 80 something cents, like
Per hour.
something like that. I don't know, but it's.
But we're gonna look it up.
Huge.
We'll let you know.
You have like an
Look it up right
example of a job where you guys get paid less?
I personally, well, okay, here we go. A lot of, like, for example, Hooters. My friend works at Hooters. Boys can't work there because they need Hooters girls or whatever. But I know at restaurants where you can have co-ed waiters and waitresses,
Right.
you get back home from Kansas City, you can get $4 to $5 an hour plus tips.
Okay.
At Hooters, you get $2 an hour plus tips. And I know they make up their tips and yada, yada, yada. But it should just all start off at the same. And even to work at that job, you have to come full face makeup every single day. You cannot have natural hair. You have to have straight hair or have a wig.
Right.
So then when it gets into then you get into the different sections where black women, then white women get the more of advantage than the minority women.
Can I say this? So the average woman, this is according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average woman earns 80.5 cents for every dollar a man earns. White women make 79% of a white man's salary. Asian women make 87% of a white man's salary. Black women make 67. Hispanic women make 54.
Right. So to that, I say there may be like a whole discrepancy between what women get paid and what men get paid. I agree, but they make up. Y'all have an advantage in other areas.
Like
so,
what?
For example, the child support system, the court system, when it comes to social constructs like fighting, when it comes to women crying wolf on men, like, you know, blaming them for let's say a rape. They bring that in. They don't have to be sexual assault. They can cry wolf. They cry wolf a lot. If you ever heard of that show Basketball Wives, that's full of women that didn't do anything, no skill, no nothing, but they made bank off the back of a man. So women are winning in a lot of areas. So if it's not direct pay, they can make it up some other way. So that's why I think it's equal, because we both have our advantages.
Well, I would say let's start with the child support thing.
Okay.
Starting with the child support thing, I feel like if the kids are staying with the mom, now I will say a lot of unfit mothers do get custody of their children.
Yes.
I am completely against that. I've seen it happen and I don't agree with it. The court system just assumes that mothers need to raise their children, so we're going to give them to their mother, not their father. That's bad. But if the child is staying with their mother, then the mother is paying for most things that the child is doing. I know in my case, my father, you have to make him pay child support. You have to make that man pay child support. And even when you make him, luckily my mom hasn't taken him to jail. He's probably back child support 4 years. I mean, sometimes men just don't step up and do what they have to do. And the mom too. But in that case, most of the time it's the man, because most of the time a mother is not going to give up their child. They had that kid. And you cannot take a kid away from their mother. And when you do, weird things happen with that child.
So
That's just how I feel.
what about the women who date athletes that the court system makes them give like a really like unfair amount,
So
like
how-
millions,
how we
when the
gonna-
child doesn't need that much?
How many women are dating professional athletes,
There's
first
a
of all?
lot.
There's a plethora.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the majority
In
of women
comparison
in
to the
comparison
rest of women.
to regular women who
Yeah.
do regular
Okay.
jobs.
All right, let's keep it to regular women. And you say that you can't take a mother away from a child, but then you said that what if the mother is unfit?
Mhm.
I mean, when you do that in the court system, they're already leaning toward the woman when they walk into the room.
Mhm.
Albeit
Yes.
if the father is a better fit or not. I mean, the father has to fight twice as hard since we're talking about double standard, and then the mother's going to win because she's a woman.
I think it has to
And then-
do with because that woman carried that
Mhm.
child for 9 months,
Mhm.
and it's a chemical thing as well. So yeah, that's actually all I had to say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I mean, that's true though. But also, it depends on what state you're in. Because I know, like, the state of Missouri, they're actually super strong for, what do you call it when you split it?
Co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
Joint
Like,
custody.
joint custody.
Yeah.
They're really big on joint custody. Like, my father took my mother to court to get joint custody just so he would have to pay less child support. And then ended up winning that, but never picked us up. Not once when he won it. But Missouri is like, we're gonna go more for joint custody. And I actually see a lot of dads win in my state, but I know every state is different. And so then you get into technicalities like that as well.
So you wouldn't say that advantages are about equal? As far as women can
No, they're
go
not
niggas,
equal. No, they're not equal. Like, that's not even,
You can sell your body
Let's
as a woman
you can
and
what?
make bank off of it. That's what gold diggers do.
Guys
Sell
can
your
sell their
body.
body.
Yeah.
But it's not as lucrative as it is for a woman.
It
Exactly.
is.
If we being real, can we curse on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
If we
Yeah.
being real, men, penis is worthless, right?
Mhm.
That's what they say. And for women, vagina is lucrative. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that if a woman versus a man stripping, who's gonna make more? Women are not paying for that.
And Kim Kardashian, look at all the big
And
stuff.
since
Cardi
men
B
are making
made
more,
money off her body. A man can't do that. Not as
Women
often
make
as
more,
women.
but guys get away with more.
women
That's
get away
true.
with more.
This is true. You know how like
Women get away with more than guys?
Then lying on men about rape charges and not having to go to jail for
If
it.
we don't
Okay.
sign the prenup,
Okay, we need to make the differentiation between
Hold on.
white women and women.
It's just women.
White women get away with lying on
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta remember that. Like,
black women
people
don't
don't be
even
caring about black women. People really don't be caring about black women. Like,
Or let's
genuinely.
even talk about minority women as a whole. Mexican women, black women.
Mhm.
Cannot get away with that. White women are the one who lie on the black athletes. Now let's come for the men right now. Why are you messing with all these white girls that you know don't have your best interest at heart?
because sometimes, and I'm not saying all women, but in my experience that I've seen some black women, they also don't have their best interest at heart either. They're looking for the easy come up, and I'm not saying the white woman isn't. I'm not saying the white woman isn't, but that's like the majority, especially from what I've seen. They're looking for the easy come up too. So it's like, why would I do that if I see that I work for this by myself and she just want what I gain instead of trying to build me with it? That's why they do that. But then they get backlash for it. And another thing that I really don't like is that if a black woman does the reverse and dates a white man, there is no backlash.
This is true. This
Wait,
is
you
true.
said if a black woman dates a white man?
There's no backlash.
There is, because Tamira, I don't know if y'all heard about Tamira Mori marrying Adam Housley, her husband.
Okay.
A lot of people was talking about her.
But there's like,
She's a mixed woman
but there's
too.
like,
Yeah.
okay, you seen the movie Haunted House, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's even jokes about it. It was like, they joked about Marlon Wayans getting a white woman. But then she was like, that's why I'm gonna go get me a white man. And all the black women was like, yeah, like it's a joke, but they really feel like this sometimes.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's all women, it's the women that feel like that I don't.
Honestly, I don't actually see it. Now I'm in California, so I've seen it a little bit more.
Mhm.
But I don't actually see that many black women with white guys as compared to black guys with white women. So I don't actually see that as much.
Mhm.
So I don't really feel like that's even a fair comparison. But I just know because I was born in Colorado, I lived there for 4 years of my life, but most of my family still lives there. I don't even think we're gonna be black in a little bit on that side of the family. They have married and dated interracially for the most part. I have like 20-something first cousins, and almost all of them have dated or married interracially.
Why do you think that is?
Colorado's mostly white.
Yeah.
But
Colorado is-
and there's a whole bunch of biracial relationships that happen in that community. But I'm just saying, but I see it more with the black men. And then you hear the way black men talk about white women. I don't actually care if a black guy dates a white girl. But why?
But why?
Why are your reasons? Is it because I don't like black women because this, and I don't like black women because this, or is it because you like this white girl? Because if you just like the white girl, just say you like her. But don't blame black women for the reason that you're dating a white girl, because I don't even think that's all the way the reason. You don't know all black women.
But I think black women shoot themselves in the foot with that when they say that. But like going back into it, black men are not tripping about when a black woman dates a white female. It's usually the reverse. I'm so serious. I know y'all looking at me like no, but I'm telling you, black men are not tripping like that. But black women will, and I think that black men go for it because the alternative is fake black woke women who do the same thing anyway. It's like they march for it. They're like, oh yeah, we're pro black and this and that. But they go behind the scenes and do the same thing the black man is doing. We're both doing the same thing.
Look, I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Let's get back on topic. Look, the fact of the matter is that women can come up off the back of a man without having little to no skill and make big bank off of it, and that is their huge advantage. And that's why I think it's easy.
I don't actually
You
believe
deny
that.
that?
No, I
You don't think
don't
women
believe
can come
that.
off the back
I
of a
think
man to make
that's-
money?
They're talking about a really small percent of women.
Yeah.
That's why,
Small percent?
in comparison to
I
the
don't
rest,
believe
yes.
that.
You don't believe it?
No.
We got women out here having Cash App and Venmo me for nothing. Like when you go out and have a date,
I
the
mean,
man
hey,
is
get it
the
where you
man-
can, bro. Like if
Get it where you
I
can.
could, like
Right.
honestly, but guys do the same thing.
So
That's
we equal,
true.
right?
This is
Are we
true.
equal?
So it's equal.
So
I'm
it's
not
not
saying
men,
it's
it's
equal.
men and
I think
women.
it works more for y'all than it works for us.
Really. When you go on a date, who's expected to pay?
I actually have a different philosophy of that.
I'm pretty sure
I
you
feel
do.
like whoever asks you on the date needs to be
Yeah.
One-
I feel that.
because,
But the social
because you don't
construct-
know how much I got in my pocket when you ask me on this date.
Right.
So I'm not gonna come prepared to pay. But some people might say differently. I don't. But like, yeah.
And I feel that.
The social construct is for men to pay. You're expected to pay. When it comes to fighting, when a man and a woman get in a fight, you're not supposed to hit the woman. He's looked at as by
you
the
gonna
world
hurt
as
her.
bad.
For
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
it's equal, right? But in that regard, women have an advantage because she can slap the man all she wants.
I mean,
But
she
if
can, but you know.
she
I've
can,
seen
but
that
if a
happen.
man
I've
hits
seen that
her,
happen.
it's
You
like
still
that.
a
He's a
bad guy.
monster. So that's another advantage for women.
But are you saying it like it's just something that all these women take this to their advantage? I'm not gonna slap around my man. Like,
we know
a lot of
but
women
I'm
do.
just saying, like, it's not like that many people do it. Like,
I've seen.
I don't be
I
seeing
see
a lot of
it all
cases.
over the place.
Well, I mean,
Actually, it's
I
all
don't know if
over
y'all
the
seen-
place.
let me shut up on that because that's true.
It's all
Girls-
over the place. It's
Bow Wow got beat up.
It was one
So
time.
Bow Wow, nobody care about Bow Wow.
No, I'm coming for Bow Wow.
Bow Wow is a meme. That's about it.
Yeah.
There's no charges, nothing.
Okay, well,
So-
as far as the assault thing,
Mm-hmm.
guys get hit around by the girl, whatever.
Right.
But like, just like a woman is expected to leave an abusive relationship, I think a guy should be expected to leave an abusive relationship. And I do believe women abuse men. So I feel
Right.
like if a woman is hitting you, you need to leave her. If a guy is hitting me, first of all, I'm weak. I'm gonna talk for myself. I'm weak. If a guy hits me, I'm falling out on the floor and I'm acting a fool. I will act a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably won't swing back because I'm gonna be scared he gonna kill me because I can't fight him. I can't do that.
Right.
So a guy knows if he's stronger than a woman, and I feel like in good conscience, if you're stronger than a woman, you should not be. Well, you shouldn't be fighting a woman in general, but knowing that you're stronger than a woman, you shouldn't feel. You should feel terrible about even lifting your hand at her because even though she hit you, you still standing.
I think that depends on some
You still
situations.
standing.
Yeah, defend yourself.
You still standing.
Situations.
Defend yourself by walking away,
Oh, wait,
please.
what?
They're talking about a really small percent of women.
Yeah.
That's
Small
why,
percent?
in comparison to
I
the
don't
rest,
believe
yes.
that.
You don't believe it?
No.
We got women out here having Cash App and Venmo me for nothing. Like when you go out and have a date,
I
the
mean,
man
hey,
is
get it
the
where you
man-
can, bro. Like if
Get it where you
I
can.
could, like
Right.
honestly, but guys do the same thing.
So
That's
we equal,
true.
right?
This is
Are we
so
equal?
it's equal.
So
I'm
it's
not
not
saying
men,
it's
it's
equal.
men and
I
women.
think it works more for y'all than it works for us.
Really. When you go on a date, who's expected to pay?
I actually have a different philosophy of that.
I'm pretty sure
I
you
feel
do.
like whoever asked you on the date needs to be
Yeah.
One-
I feel that.
But the social
because you
construct-
don't know how much I got in my pocket when you asked me on this date.
Right.
So I'm not gonna come prepared to pay. But some people might say differently. I don't. But like, yeah.
And I feel that.
The social construct is for men to pay. You're expected to pay. When it comes to fighting, when a man and a woman get in a fight, you're not supposed to hit the woman. He's looked at as by
you
the
gonna
world
hurt
as
her.
bad.
For
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
it's equal, right? But in that regard, women have an advantage because she can slap the man all that she wants.
I mean,
but
she
if,
can, but you know.
I've seen
can,
that
but if a
happen.
man
I've
hits
seen
her,
that happen.
It's
He's
like
still
that.
a
He's
bad
a
guy.
monster. So that's another advantage for women.
But are you saying it like it's just something that all these women take this to their advantage? I'm not gonna hit slap around my man. Like,
we know,
but I'm
women
just
do.
saying, like, it's not like that many people do it. Like,
I've seen.
I don't be seeing a lot of
all over
cases.
the place.
Well, I mean,
Actually, it's all
I don't know if y'all seen.
let me shut up on that because that's true.
It's all
Girls-
over the place. It's
Bow Wow got beat up.
It was one.
So Bow Wow, nobody care about Bow
Bow
Wow.
Wow.
No one come for Bow Wow.
Bow Wow's a meme. That's about it.
Yeah.
There's no charges, nothing.
Okay, well,
So-
as far as the assault thing,
Mm-hmm.
guys get hit around by the girl, whatever.
Right.
But like, just like a woman is expected to leave an abusive relationship, I think a guy should be expected to leave an abusive relationship. And I do believe women abuse men. So I feel like if a woman is hitting you, you need to leave her. If a guy is hitting me, first of all, I'm weak. I'm gonna talk for myself. I'm weak. If a guy hits me, I'm falling out on the floor and I'm acting a fool. I will act a fool. And I probably won't swing back because I'm gonna be scared he gonna kill me because I can't fight him. I can't do that.
Right.
So a guy knows if he's stronger than a woman. And I feel like in good conscience, if you're stronger than a woman, you should not be, you shouldn't be fighting a woman in general, but knowing that you're stronger than a woman, you should feel terrible about even lifting your hand at her because even though she hits you, you still standing.
I think that depends on some
You still
situations.
standing.
Yeah, defend yourself.
You still standing.
Situations.
Defend yourself by walking away.
Well, wait,
Please.
what if that's not an option? Because there was a video and there was a white family and there was a bunch of black girls clowning around this man. They were yelling, kicking, screaming, spitting at this dude until he was
that's
like,
disgusting.
he was like, get away. He was telling them like, get away. He was guarding his family until one girl came up there and pushed him. Right? They were all yelling and screaming, yeah, get him, whatever. Until when she pushed him, he hit her. She fell. And then everybody was like, "Oh, you're the bad guy. What you doing?
I
Make
don't
this
think
first."
anything is wrong with the guy grabbing a girl by her wrist or grabbing her or whatever
To
stop that from happening, which I think they're fully capable of doing. But if I slap you and you be like, "I got hurt," like that's not.
But that's assault.
That's assault. I get it. I'm not even defending assault. First of all, I'm not defending it, but I feel like there's different ways that it can be handled that don't involve actually physically harm because you don't know your own strength. Like, you can punch a dude and it'll hurt him, it'll knock him out, whatever. You can punch a girl and like straight up give her a whole concussion.
But you know how we stay away from that? The women should not start off by hitting the man.
You're right. And you're exactly right.
Yes.
We both agree on this.
Are we equal or are we not equal?
We not.
No.
We're not equal. Women want
No,
equality,
still no.
but they don't want equality. They don't want equality. Like, they don't want it for real.
I just feel like
So do you want it all over, like, every
Are you
aspect?
saying
I
like
do.
we want equality, but
Okay,
we still
so
expect
you-
the showroom? I
Chivalry,
can't
chivalry?
speak today.
Yeah.
Chivalry?
Yeah, chivalry.
I think chivalry is cool.
Okay.
So do you really want, if you want to be even, you got to be even all over the board. Not just when it works for you.
So give me another example of when this works for us, because we've talked about these and we've come to the conclusion. I've
listen
always
them
come
out.
to a conclusion that it's still not proportionate.
Gold diggers, court system, child support. We got women crying wolf. Can sell their bodies, make money off of just having no skill, but
Women
they
can
were born
afford
with
to be
their
gold
bodies.
diggers because the guys are making the most money.
Yeah, but
That's why women are gold diggers.
so that
Because guys
makes
are
it-
up here making the
Right,
bank.
So that makes it equal.
It doesn't make it equal because
It
we don't.
does.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
If they couldn't make money off of a man, then that's when it's not equal. But they can make a lot of money off of a man. There's a
The
lot of
reason
examples
girls
out
are
there.
becoming gold diggers is to try and even the playing field.
But
So
are they
if-
gold diggers?
But it doesn't.
Yeah, but not them. The amount of gold diggers to me.
There's a lot of gold diggers
don't-
out there.
Yeah.
A
The
lot.
amount of gold diggers to me don't reach the amount of actual guys making more money than women.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But a
with
lot
that.
do that have no talent.
But it's still not equal. It's still
When
not
you count
equal.
the child support system, you know how many people's on child support?
Yeah, but you know how many people don't pay it?
But I'm saying, if
You know,
a
R.
man
Kelly,
can't do
we were
that-
just talking
We were
about
Yeah.
just
that.
talking about that.
R.
What do
Kelly
you think?
went to jail on some sexual assault charges, but only got released because he decided to pay his $160,000 back child support.
Mhm.
He's rich, and he don't pay child support, which happens a lot. Rich men will be like, well, damn, at least you just trying to use these kids for my money, so I just ain't gonna pay.
That's true.
Thinking that he hurting the girl, but really he hurting his
Using the
kid.
kids.
Right.
The court system allots, let's say this average woman is living in an average house, right?
Mhm.
She don't need $2.5 million to take care of a kid, but the court says, hey, rich black man, give her this money. For what?
Because
You don't
you
need that
making
money to
that
take care of a
money.
kid.
That's your child.
But that, is she using
Is
all
it-
that money
that's
just for
Is
the
it for the
kid?
kid or is it for the
Because
kid?
if-
That's not for you to decide.
It is. That's
It's
what
not
child
you.
support.
That's
That's
not for
the-
you to
Is it
decide.
Wow.
Is it child support or is it child and women support?
Yeah.
Because I use it.
I just,
We're in the library, you guys, and we're being really loud.
I mean, I feel like in most cases, it's just like, when stuff like that happens, it's like, once you hand over the money, that has like, your say-so's kind of out the window, especially if you don't have a good relationship with that woman. Because whatever she's gonna do with that money is gonna be for the betterment of her and her kids.
Right.
So regardless of like if you give her $2 million or $3 million, if she gonna get a new house for her and her kids, then that's
Mary
her
J. Blige had to
prerogative.
pay her ex-husband.
You go ahead.
Yeah, she had to do
She has
spousal
to
support for
spousal
him.
support for him
And had to pay him like
she had more
1.2
money.
million.
She had more money than him, so she had to
Rare
pay him
case.
and the spousal
You said
support.
that's a rare case.
Very rare.
If the woman is
Exactly.
making
Yes,
more
if
money,
the woman's
Exactly.
making more, that
then
is a
she
rare
has
case,
to
you're
pay.
right.
I went to a Catholic all girls high school, so you saw like rich kids everywhere. When the mother is making more money, the mother has to pay.
Mhm.
When the father is making more money, which most times is the case,
Yeah.
the father has to pay the most.
Mhm.
When it's joint custody, luckily, you can balance it out to where the father doesn't have to pay quite as much than the person because he gets to be with his kids. But when it's not joint custody, and when the parent doesn't really want joint custody, or when he's traveling all the time and can't really be with the kids, and is with the mom all the time, right now you probably have your kids in the best private school because you're rich. On top of that, they got all these rich friends. You about to send them to school in Goodwill clothes and stuff when all their friends are here. They're like in this rich environment. You put them there. Now you need to be able to maintain that lifestyle for them. All your kids are getting Beamers and stuff. You got the money to get your kid a Beamer. Why would you just sit here and let all your kids be looking broke compared to all these rich kids when you have the money?
Why does that
help
matter?
them?
shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, but it does.
Are we putting
Yeah.
food on the table and clothes on his back?
Yeah,
Don't worry about
but
this
hey,
materialistic stuff.
But it
That's
shouldn't
the
matter,
problem.
but it does. And when you're rich, you start getting to different things like, dang, my kids are gonna feel left out compared to these kids, and I have the money to do it, so I
So give
will.
it to the kids.
The
not
only
the
reason why
mom.
that money wouldn't be there is
You
because maybe
can't give
the
it to
mom.
the kids.
Some kids, they're not gonna
because then
do
the
it.
kids are gonna.
What would I do if my dad gave me the child support straight when he wasn't paying? I don't know. Buy
I don't know
candy.
what I would do.
Like-
Money should be allotted to where it's not so much that a woman can go and buy her a lot of stuff
Stuff that
off
she
of it.
needs.
It should be just enough for the kids' basic necessities. Not 2.5 million. They don't need that. Kids don't. Nobody needs 2.5 million as a kid. So can we agree with that?
But you're missing the point, part of the point. When you have this lifestyle that you live, and you have your kids in this school district or in this area, you also have to have a house nearby. The house probably costs more. That child support probably isn't going straight to the kid, which it probably is too, because the rich kids be getting big allowance. But on top of that, you have to pay to live in the house that you're living in. When she met you, she didn't have no money, and you knew that, and you was already rich. So when she leave you, you're gonna have to maintain that lifestyle because she had your children.
Yeah, but
Your kids don't deserve to live less than what your father is.
Right, they don't
father
deserve to
then.
live less, but they don't need to have a surplus either. 2.5 million is a lot for diapers, shoes, clothes, food, all that.
But I
Because-
mean, it'll help
Okay,
you
first of
not
all,
have
as
to
a
pay every
baby,
year.
it don't start
right?
off that high. It starts getting more as you get older.
I'm just using exaggerated
As an
example, but I'm
athlete?
saying,
Yeah.
you telling me that the moms are not using this money for them, like,
I mean, they probably are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
and
have to
that's
maintain.
okay.
But I mean, they take care of your kids.
But
They
that's
don't
what-
want to have a little something for themselves
So
too.
that's not how
That's
child
not how
support
it
works.
should
though.
be.
child support.
But
If you're a woman, go work and get it yourself.
And it's not saying that they're not working either, though, because I know a lot of
Most
people
of
that
the
still
time,
Yeah,
that's what they
but
look
still
for.
work
that
when
still work and still get child support. But I'm just saying,
okay,
it's like,
most guys I know who make a lot of money, who got kids or whatever, be like, she don't need to work. She wasn't working when she was with me. She don't need to work now. And that's just how a lot of people think. Now, you don't think like that because you're not at that level yet. We're going to get there hopefully one day. But you don't, like, if you got a lot of money, you be like, what is she working for? Like, I got enough to pay rent for 4 people. Like, what is she working for? I understand if she wants to work, that's the part of equal rights. If she wants to work, she should work. If she doesn't want to work, she should not have to work. I feel like, and that's just that. If he said, I got you. I'm paying this much in child support. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Just do, like, I'm paying you basically to take care of my children. And that's her choice. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Because then you have to get into equality on that end. You can't bash stay-at-home moms when you encouraging people to work. Because there are moms who, they feel fulfilled by taking care of their kids. And that's a full-time job for some people. So then you have to get into that.
Especially when I got like 3, 4, 5 kids.
Yeah, that's a full-time job. My mom ended up getting to a point where she had to pull my siblings out of school and homeschool them because they were doing so poor in school. She couldn't work.
Right.
She had to take care of her kids.
Okay.
So like you have to see balances like that as well.
You got something to say? You got something to say?
We're gonna wrap this up.
We're
gonna wrap this up.
All right, wrap it up. You got something to say?
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
You got it.
A lot of the times, what you just said is not the case. A lot of the times, the woman and the man are fighting for the kid. The court system rewards it to the woman. They say, hey, pay her this amount. The man says, no, she don't need all that. The court system says, so what? Give it to her anyway. The woman gets the money, abuses her power as a woman, and is able to live life lavishly. And she didn't do nothing but break up with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So in this world,
Or the guy cheated on her.
Right.
yeah, and okay,
So
so
she knew she was
It could be
gonna
a relationship,
or she
yeah.
knew she just wanted the kid from the jump and didn't really care about her.
yeah, a lot of them go,
Too.
hey, I'm gonna get pregnant by this man, and I'm gonna get my little come up. You gonna say that doesn't exist? So in this world, there are a lot of advantages for men and women. I can name them all day. So if you gonna say who's
So
winning
are
out
you-
here, we
wait,
both winning.
Let's just to clear the air. Are you saying that you don't believe that there's an unfair advantage between women and men? Are you saying that as a whole? You don't
I think
believe
we
it?
both have our advantages.
But that's not what I asked.
Right.
Do you not believe that there's an unfair advantage?
I believe both have unfair advantages.
Women and men.
Yeah, can I
You
say
don't-
that?
Okay,
Can
we'll
I say
let
that?
the viewers translate that for themselves. But on that note, this wraps up this episode of FAQ. And
Does Q and J got something to say?
Check us out. Go subscribe. Okay, we love you guys. We're growing.
we're gonna tag them underneath the thing too, underneath the thing, underneath the video too. So yeah, scroll down, subscribe to them, keep watching, and I'll see you next week. Deuces. We do this thing. That's our thing.